Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's January 5th, 2024, and it's been a pretty good week. It was only a 4-day work week, but mail-wise, still lots of stuff came through. 7 official post-crossing postcards and then some direct swaps. You can see there's a little bit of snow out there now. Not very much, it's just enough to cover the ground in most places. In the front, you'll still see grass showing through. It is dreadfully cold though. When I went to work this morning, it was -10, felt like -15 with the wind chill. And I think it now is warmed up to about -7, so it's still pretty cold out there. A few flurries flowing around, so it kind of looks like winter a bit. But still, for the first week in January, we've been lucky so far. So we'll see what happens coming forward. Well, I must say, I just finished watching The Crown. I don't know if you guys are watching The Crown or have watched any of The Crown. They kind of broke this final season up into 2 parts and put out the last couple episodes there not too long ago, so I went and finished that off. Makes me kind of sad. It finished on a relatively current note, even though it took place, the final episode, well, I won't spoil it, but it was nice to see some of the old cast come back and made you kind of think. And I've been doing a lot of that lately. I've been kind of in my head the last few weeks, thinking about what could be the last of this or the last of that. You kind of, with aging parents, you think of how many other things you've got to go on. You have kids that are getting older and doing different things, so you wonder how many of these times, these opportunities you have left to do things as a group. I need to switch my mindset a little bit away from the last things and the solemnness that goes along with those to look ahead to the first things still to come. There'll probably be lots of many new adventures coming. I don't know if it's because I'm entering into my 50th year that I'm having these reflections, or whether I have my last child that is going to be graduating from high school soon, or parents that are in later years of life. But certainly the last few weeks haven't been my normal self, I would say. I think I've been a bit more in my head and thinking about things, which I don't think being reflective is all that bad, but it's been hard to sleep sometimes, and I always wonder what it probably is, and it's probably that I've just got things going through my mind about lots of lasts that might be happening. So, yeah. So all that being said is that The Crown is very good. It certainly takes liberties, and you don't know what's 100% true, because a lot of the stuff is thoughts that would have been in one person's mind or another, and you don't know really what had happened there. There have been tell-all books and different things that I'm sure they've taken snippets from, but somewhere there's truth in there, and somewhere there's just a fun story that's been created. But it's been entertaining to watch, and if you're a fan of the royals and you've kind of watched either from afar what's been going on there, it's an interesting show. All right, let's get into postcards and post crossings. If you've made it this far, you're still interested, make sure you subscribe, like, leave positive comments, and share with other people. All right, my first card is coming from Germany, and it was this one here, a nice 1000 postcard, very sparkly, the polar bear with the crown on it, and then the rider there, which looks like he's got chimney sweep type apparel with him, but it says he is from snowy Munich, and he is half Italian heartbeats for literature, coffee, art, Lego, and traveling. And Jilly, this comes from a Gina, I guess, excuse me. So it said, next stop is Bologna. So thank you so much for this, Gina. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Let me show you the stamps on the back. Very beautiful stamps to go with a very beautiful card. So I do appreciate it. So if it's snowy in Munich, maybe you've got a lot more snow than we do here. The next card, also coming from Germany, and also another 1000 postcard. And the interesting thing about this one, it says, "Hi Rob, greetings from Germany. You were lucky. The 1000 cards are very hard to get, so I hope you like this one." I do like it, and it was very funny that 2 of them arrived the exact same day. But you're right, they are hard to get. I don't get tons and tons of them, so I'm very blessed when I do get them and very happy about it. So thank you, Jan, who sent this. I appreciate that. And really cool with the blimp and all the other stuff going on in the card. There's always lots of things to look at in these. And the cards feel interesting because they're kind of raised in some places. there are the stamps. So thank you, Jan, for the 1000 Yen postcard. All right, this next card also comes from Germany. It's from Sven. It's a nice Star Wars card, one of those really long ones. This one here I found very difficult to read because it looks like the pen was either wearing out, but let me give you the gist of it. He says he's 50 years old, single. He's in a town with, it looks like 715,000 people in the northwest of Germany. He likes listening to music and reading, gardening, collecting stamps, and enjoy your Christmas time. Best wishes from Sven. And now on Sven, he put this stamp, but he also put this, oops, let's go the right side up. This one here, the souvenir sheet. So you got the whole thing. You got the stamp plus all the surrounding. It's really nice to get these sheetlets. So thank you so much, Sven, for that. My next official one comes from Serbia. Let's go the right side up. This comes from Novi Sad. Luca is the person that sent it, but he lives in Novi Sad. And he said, despite Serbia being an Eastern Orthodox country, the largest church in Novi Sad is the cathedral. And you can see this on the card. We're a fairly small town and nothing much happens. So often he takes the train down to Belgrade. Would love one day to cross the Atlantic sometime. But for now, his post-crossing cards do the traveling. And that's the wonderful thing about this hobby, is not only do your cards get to travel, but you get to get cards from around the world too. So if you can't get there yourself, it's really nice to be able to have experiences shared through the mail, whether it's seeing beautiful stamps from around the world, images of towns and cities that maybe you're not going to get a chance to see quite yet in your life. And so, yeah, thank you, Postcrossing, for that. All right, my next card comes from Austria. And said, first I started off with, sorry, I didn't have anything for your wish list. You don't need to be sorry for that. Don't even need to say that. We all put out profiles and put on cards that we like, but most of us like anything that you're willing to send. So, Alozia, I think that's your name. Thank you so much for picking this card. He said this is an old Austrian farmhouse in the open air museum, and she lives a little bit in Western Austria. Parts of this could look like New Brunswick. Not this part here though, with the Alps in the background. So thank you. Oh, I forgot to show you the stamps. There we go. It's funny when I watch other people's videos and they go and they show you the card and they put it down. I was like, come on, show me the stamps on the back. I want to see what the stamps look like. So I'm glad I remembered to show you the beautiful stamps from Austria. All right, next card comes from the United States. It's from Philadelphia, as you can tell from the card. But this comes from Caitlin, and she says, Boathouse Row on this card is one of her favorite places in the city. It's always fun to walk along the river and watch the rowers as they go by. You wouldn't think the big city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania would have a quaint looking river with these nice little buildings along it. You would hardly guess that there's a massive city somewhere nearby. So thank you for showing me that, Caitlin. I didn't know about the Boathouse Row. There's the forever stamp, and you kind of see the cancellation mark there too. It's faded a little bit, but it's still there. Thank you. All right, my next card is a World Postcard Day hug card. You can see the mailbox, beautiful. This one comes from Romania. It comes from Mina. If you've noticed a change in the video real quick there, it's because I showed this card and then I realized I was showing her address on the back. I hadn't noticed it before. So I've covered it up. You can see there's the stamps. There was the address hidden right in next to my address. Beautiful stamp, gorgeous, beautiful, both of them. A nice big, looks like meetup was happening there. I'm not sure how many people attended, but there's quite a few little signatures and postcards there, or postmarks. So thank you very much for that. And I love the stamps. All right, my next card comes from the Netherlands. And this one comes from Daisy. What we're looking at is a fungi. And she says, greetings from the Netherlands. My name is Daisy and I live in a small city near Utrecht, just about 20 minutes by bike ride. A little close to the meadows and forests, and lots of rain that they have create fungi, and it allows to spot them and make a stop to take a closer look at them when she sees them. Now that's a very interesting thing to be able to do. One, being on a bike and biking around a lot. I know when we happen to be fortunate enough to be in the Netherlands, everyone seemed to have a bike, and it seems so strange to see so many people biking, but great exercise, keeps people healthy. And bike around and see the natures around you and the wonders of fungus. So thank you so much, Daisy. I received another one from the Netherlands. This one came in an envelope. So there we have the Christmas stamps and cancellation. Inside we have this beautiful vintage card. Reminds me of Hummels. I don't know how many of you collected Hummels, but my mother certainly did. So there are a lot of them around. It says, greetings from the Netherlands. Found this card for you in my box and with a vintage post box. Hope you like it. I do. We live in the west of Holland, 35 kilometers from the coast, in a green area full of windmills, cows, and lakes, rivers, and green fields. And then inside, she says she sent some stamps for my father. So there are some stamps in there. I'm going to save those and show you those next week on a stamp video. So thank you so much. Did I mention your name? Alberdine. So thank you, Alberdine, and all the best to you in 2024 as well. All right, that's my officials. Let's get into the direct swaps that I have. This first one comes from Lisa in Pennsylvania or New Jersey, depending on where she sent it from. It looks like it was sent from New Jersey and by the postmark. We have a nice Christmas one here. The deer having baubles all adorning with antlers. And she's got it all decorated. If you know Lisa at all, she is big into stickers, and so she's decorated and done all sorts of wonderful things on this card and put some real nice stamps there too. So all the best to you in 2024 as well, Lisa. Christmas continues as it seems to. This one comes from Lila, and Lila sent this one through, it looks like the cancellation marks, because on the back, look at that cancellation, and the cancellation says New York. And there's the forever stamp. Lila is normally in Maryland, so I don't know if she traveled and sent this or if she sent away and had the cancellations done, which I know a lot of people are doing. Renee did a video on cancellations in the US. I might be doing one soon on the ones in Canada too, so stay tuned for that. And so thank you, Lila. I think it's really cute, the hedgehog on the front, leading the band. All right, my next one is, this one here comes in an envelope. Comes from Kristen in Texas. Got some nice stamps there. Inside we have a nice folded Christmas card with Santa. Always nice shape, but thank you so much for that. I'll leave the message to myself, but Merry Christmas and Happy 2024. I wonder how much I can say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year into January, but I guess as cards keep coming in through the postal system, it will continue. All right, this one here comes from my friend Linda in Georgia. She sent it in an envelope, and she sent this nice Christmas card. So some people said, oh, shame it didn't make it there in time for Christmas. It just means we get to continue celebrating the holidays longer. So thank you for the nice message inside. I really appreciate it, and I enjoy all the trades and swaps we've done this past year and look forward to many more this coming year. Next card I have is from Saskatchewan. This comes from Monty and Violet. Nice one here. This is the Station Arts Center in Rostern. It's a renovated CN station. CN is the Canadian National Railroad, which has become the focus of the local, provincial, and natural cultural events. It consists of an art gallery, performing arts theater, gift shop, and tea room. The center has received national recognitions for its original theatrical performance, Harvest Moon, which depicts the life and times of World Wheat King Seeger Wheeler. So he says, thanks for the card. The stamp wasn't canceled. He always includes some nice older stamps too. So even though he only needed to send this stamp, he added a couple extras. Or I could say they, because he and his wife have sent this and put some stickers on it and things together. So thank you to both of you for this nice card. My next card is appropriately a Happy New Year card. And this one comes from my friend Helen in Prince Edward Island. And so she says, well, to another year coming to an end. And so, yeah. That one's come to an end. We are now into 2024. Your stamp didn't get canceled, so there we go. Thank you. Nice winter stamp. Thank you, Helen. This next card comes from Michelle in the United Kingdom, and it is a really cool double-decker bus shaped card. And she also wishes well during the holiday season. We have King Charles III there, the stamps on the back, 2 of those. So thank you so much, Michelle, and look forward to future swaps we have. And this next one's a pretty cute card. This comes from Katja in Sweden. And the little mouse is there on her thread needles, putting together the dress on the mannequin, or the skirt. At the time, she wasn't feeling well, so I appreciate her taking the time when not feeling well to send me a card. There are the beautiful stamps from Sweden. And I have to say, good luck to you in the World Junior Championship. It is Sweden versus the United States. It's going on right now, actually. So if you're watching it, you may already know the result. But good luck to both of your teams in it. Unfortunately, Canada didn't make it that far. My next little card, little tiny envelope. This one comes from Linda in the Netherlands. Cute stamps. And in it we have a little tiny card with a hedgehog. Very cute. So thank you so much for from Linda and Eliza for the Christmas and New Year's message inside. I really appreciate it. And hoping for a wonderful 2024 full of wonderful things in our mailboxes. My next card is also very cute. This comes from Charlie in the Netherlands. And so she sends this card. And she says she's been getting a bunch of new stamps in the mail. And so some of them might be adorning cards that are coming my way. I appreciate that. She knows how much I like stamps. She is the one who sent me the Lego minifigure stamps that came out this year in the Netherlands. Fantastic set. So I really like this stamp too. There's some of the vintage postal vehicles versus with a modern one there. Very nice, so thank you, Charlie. My next one is a long airport card. This one comes from Media in Finland. And so she has been going to movies and doing all sorts of things. This one actually came out before Christmas. She sent this on the 17th of December. It's found its way here. And then look at these stamps. Look at the cute puppies all over that one. Very nice. Thank you, Media. My final card comes from France, and it comes from Quarantine. He sent this card, another Christmas one. You can see Santa's working on some of his letter using a big paintbrush. It looks like that'd be hard to write someone's address or even write the contents inside, but looks like he's working hard. He's got his tongue sticking out there. So thank you for this card. And I really got to show you the back. Look at this stamp. So we've got a street dancing stamp with fantastic colors and movement in it. Yeah, I love it. That's why I ended with that one. Not because it meant more than all the rest of them, but the stamp just popped when I saw that one. I was like, wow, that's a cool stamp. So I want to thank everybody once again for continuing to swap through 2023 and now starting into 2024. I think we're going to have great things ahead. Lots of things to look forward to, whether it's postcards or whether it's stamps, festivals, who knows. There's going to be a lot of things happening in 2024. Stamp of the month, if you've been watching that one came out. My mind's kind of been around Queen Victoria and some of the stamps have been coming out at that time frame. And I might see a bit more of that as we continue through 2024. But the Golden Jubilee stamps are ones that I went on already. Tomorrow is That Dad Guy Answers. So if you want to go on to part 99 last week and ask me a question, you can, but I'm not going to answer it until later on. But it's going to be live. I have one answer to my question that I posed you, so I will tell you that one tomorrow. I'll give you a new question. We're going to talk about the format again too, and hopefully you like where it's going. I don't have a big celebration because it's the 100th one. It's not my 100th video. It's not my 100th subscriber. It just happens to be my 100th question and answer. It would have been nice to have a whole whack of different questions to ask or be respondent. So what we'll determine is tomorrow when I go on at 9 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time is the amount of people that decide to join the live, and the questions you can ask me directly while I'm on. So that's what makes it fun. I did have a live on Wednesday, and Media from Finland was the only one that seemed to want to chit-chat on the time. There was a few people else that were on, but not many other people actually commented, probably because they were at work or something and couldn't. But it's always more fun with more people on that are communicating back and forth. So I'm hoping tomorrow morning we will see some people on as well. And then on Sunday, I've got some cards to respond to, so you'll see that. So it's a full week. Decorating, I undecorated the outside of the house. I still have to undecorate the inside, so my wife and kids and I probably will work on that this weekend. I've brought all the tubs up from the basement so we can start pulling all the decorations off the tree and down from around the house. It's kind of sad when Christmas comes down, but there's also a nice refreshing feeling too about a nice clean house after it's all kind of been put away. But it also means that my daughter's going back to university next week, and my son's starting back at school next week. Christmas break has come to an end. The holiday season has come to an end. So we'll look forward to what is to come. And on that note, have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?